So you're a Ford owner, and that dreaded code P1336 just popped up on your scanner. I know, it can be a real headache. But hey, don't worry about it. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what this code is trying to tell you, and more importantly, show you how to get it fixed step by step.
You know that feeling, right? You're just driving along, minding your own business, and then bam, the check engine light comes on. It's never fun, but it's definitely not a reason to panic. Think of it as your car's way of trying to tell you something, and in this case, it's pointing us to a very specific issue.
So you plug in your scanner, and there it is, P1336. Well, if that's what you're seeing, I've got good news for you. You are in exactly the right place. Together, we are going to become detectives and crack this code.
All right, so first things first. To solve any mystery, you have to understand the clues. So what is P1336 actually telling us? What message is your car's computer trying to send?
Okay, so here's the official definition. P1336 gets triggered when your car's main computer gets a signal that's, well, erratic, all over the place, unreliable. And that signal is coming from one of two places, either the crankshaft position sensor or the camshaft position sensor. These two are absolutely critical, and when their signals go haywire, it can cause all sorts of headaches. So let's talk about these two sensors. You can kind of think of them as the engine's heartbeat monitors. Seriously, they're essential for keeping everything in your engine running smoothly and in perfect rhythm. First up, we've got the CKP sensor. And as you can see, that stands for crankshaft position sensor. Its whole job is to keep an eye on the crankshaft's rotation speed and its exact position at all times. And right alongside it is its partner, the CMP sensor. You guessed it, that stands for camshaft position sensor. This one monitors the position of the camshaft, which is what controls your engine's valves. See, these two sensors have to work together perfectly. They feed the engine's computer the super precise data it needs for things like ignition timing and fuel injection. When their signals get erratic, the computer just gets totally confused. It doesn't know what to do. So it triggers that P1336 code and flips on the check engine light to get your attention.
Okay, detective, we know what the code means and which parts are involved. Now, let's put together our list of suspects. What could actually be causing these sensors to send bad signals in the first place?
Our list of suspects includes the obvious ones, right? A damaged CKP sensor or a damaged CMP sensor, but we have to dig a little deeper. It could also be a more fundamental engine issue, a problem with the wiring harness itself, or, and this is a sneaky one, electrical interference from other systems in your car.
And now for the part you've been waiting for. How do we actually fix this thing? For every potential cause we just listed, there's a specific solution. Let's match them up.
Now this is so important to remember, that P1336 code is just a symptom. It's not the actual problem. Our goal here is to find the root cause. Just clearing the code without fixing the real issue, that's kind of like putting a little bandage on a broken arm. It's not going to solve anything. As you can see right here, the fix really depends on the cause. It's pretty logical. If a sensor is busted, you got to replace or repair it. If it's a deeper engine issue, well, that needs to be diagnosed and fixed first. For wiring problems, you'll need to check the routing and shielding. And if you've got electrical interference, the solution is to better shield that harness to protect it.
So where do you even begin? Here's a simple checklist, a game plan. Start with the easiest, most common stuff first and then work your way down. First, give that wiring harness a good look. See any obvious damage? Then inspect the sensors themselves. Next, think about that potential electrical interference. And if you've done all that and you're still stuck, that's when it's time to investigate the base engine.
So, now you've got a solid diagnostic plan. You know what to look for. The question is, what's your next move? You know, the most important tool you have in your toolbox isn't a wrench or a screwdriver. It's knowledge. Now that you actually understand what P1336 means and what might be causing it, you are in a much, much better position to find the right fix.
So let's just sum it all up. Remember, this code is just a symptom. It's a clue that points you toward one of a few potential problems, like a damaged sensor, an underlying engine issue, or a problem with the wiring.
So, the ball's in your court. You've got the clues, you know the suspects. What's your first step going to be? We really hope this explainer has given you the confidence you need to get out there and track down the source of the problem. Good luck!